our commentators, Cuddle Guy and Wagamama.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the caster panel. Cuddle Guy here with Wagamama. Waga, we got another matchup, Navi.
Tinker!
Versus Virtus Pro. Tinker. Now, unfortunately, we're heartbroken a bit because we have seen in the past the Date Your Raw Faceless Void sporting your build.
I was hoping to see it, but it's going to be general instead. Hopefully, you know, he can eventually get there, but it's an offlane. It's an offlane Void. It's not fun.
So what do you think? I mean, this is pretty different for both teams here. We're going to be seeing, you know, Date Your Raw back on the Nature's Prophet, but the one thing that gets me peculiar is the Yoku throwback to the puck offlane.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting stuff going down here. Yoku plays really well in initiation heroes in general.
Yeah.
I mean, he initiated when he was Darkseer. He initiated when he was playing Magnus and Axe back in the days. He just does this role really well. So curious to see him on the puck. An offlane puck is not terrible, considering they have Drow Aura. That can really help him a lot.
Also excited to see Dendi back on this Tinker again. We've seen in the hands of like OG and stuff when this hero can really snowball to control how much of a problem he can be.
For sure.
Heavy burst potential, and I'm anxious to see what kind of item build-up he's going to want to go for. If it's going to be that Aether Lens we were talking about earlier on the panel.
Yeah, the travels, I mean, the bottle travels and Soul Ring into Aether Lens is really popular right now, and it's a strong build. And we'll see if he can make that work. What he's going to go for. Just trading hits on the mid lane.
No fear. Waiting around this mid lane, though. The problem with Tinker is he is very susceptible to ganks, and I don't know if he was sleeping on the idea that the Earth Spirit is around. Will not get the kill, but some heavy hitting damage already.
As in every single game that we have cast between VP and Navi, there's focus on the mid lane from the beginning.
Yeah, not, of course, to take away from any of these mid laners, like saying they need the assistance. It's just that's how much emphasis they have on the mid lane to help secure it for their team.
Super important. It's almost the other way around, that they pivot around the mid players so much that they need that momentum, and the enemy team will also likewise focus down Dendi or G, slow down their progress.
Really want to get off to a hot start here. But what about for each off lane here? General on his Void going to be going against the two. Yoku is going to be going against the two. A Disruptor, of course, who could be pretty good at being able to kind of pull him back.
I think actually it's a terrible lane for Void. Like, being against Drow and Lion. Lion, of course, hitting harder as well with the Drow Aura. It's just, it's hard to do anything against this lane. I'm not sure where he's going to get out of it, but we'll see. I think the best play for him is going to try and get the, well, the help of Enchantress, who's moving up here with the smoke right now. Not the best smoke creeps, though.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of success even in the last game for Artcell on those early gank movements. Eventually was able to kind of be a late game for us, but we'll see.
They need a bash. That's what they need if this is supposed to work.
These Birds and Seder are trying their best to catch up with this line. They'll get the Shockwave off.
Oh.
Some good, respectable damage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. It will be. Wow.
Bash.
Bash at the end. Very nice. It's Artcell, though, who's going to claim the first blood, and it will be Navi strike first. And they're not done yet. Another Shockwave to fly out. Little Drow Ranger.
He has one more soon.
Here it comes.
He's
3,
just nuking.
2, 1. Hit him with that. Got him.
He has one more.
Here we go. 5 seconds.
No.
That's a little too far.
Salvus popped.
Aloha Dance is going to be forced way far out of the lane. An awkward positioning here as now General regroups, moves in. They harass FNG a bit, and yeah, very aggressive start. Not a real surprise for either of these teams. Well, mid lane, they're making a move for Dendi. A good kick back on this Tinker as they also get that kill top for Yoku. Simultaneous action breaking all over the place. Is Date Your Raw even getting involved globally? Nice Sprout block right there. No fear, trying to eat 2 trees to make it through, and because of the tree eating, will regen up enough and rolls away to get denied by the neutrals.
Veggies are good
walk.
for you. Yeah, he's gonna make it out. And Rune was taken. Then he has his bottle coming in towards the mid lane. And there's aggression all over this place.
Thank God I'm not the obs.
Yeah, Wepas has his work cut out for him here.
Especially with these two teams, but that will secure a little bit of comfort room for General in top lane with that heavy aggression a bit.
Oh, for sure. The Ench rotation was really good. I didn't believe that they could get that kill, but he just, you know, proved that damage from Enchantress. Being so fast, you know, that movement speed.
So now that No Fear has been hustled out of the lane, does he need to still get back onto this mid lane push? His bottom lane, they're looking to go for Suniko. They got it. Long range attack coming through from Yoku. This is an off lane puck, walking away with a kill now.
Yeah, I mean, he hits so hard. Really aggressive here. And Enchantress finds the line as well. He has the slow creep.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. This is just VP Na'Vi.
And it's not done. Roll through to the bottom lane here. Kick, stun, will connect. Yoku pops out the rift.
The tower dive on top. Meanwhile, as well, the Enchantress is going in with the Void.
Right now. Shockwaves flying out. They're looking to get a hold of Aloha Dance to jump on forward. They will get it. FNG can't get the stun quite in time, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, still good damage onto the Void here, and Artstyle has to back out. He just cannot fight into Lion right now.
It's almost as if the team's like, oh, they're fighting down there? Well, we're going to fight up here.
They're doing it to mess with Wepas. I don't think they like him.
And top lane, Dityaroth, back from the grave. He's up here now. They're going to get FNG. General, though, very low. Walking back and away. Oh, time walks out. The same time, Disruptor is going to be taken down by the mighty Invoker over in the mid lane.
Jesus Christ. This
8 kills, 4 minutes in, no problem.
Every time they kill something, they will kill something on a different lane as well. They synchronize this.
We'll have to see where the kill is, and I'll look everywhere else on the map to see if something else is breaking out. But
that's what I've been doing.
Na'Vi are ahead in kill score, so seem to be walking out the better end of these deals, just by a little.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of attention elsewhere. Now suddenly you see like Yoku on his puck, just chilling bottom lane all by himself. He's actually the highest CS in the game.
Yeah.
26-1, highest net worth. He's already level 6.5.
The CS numbers are extremely low in this game, apart from the puck, of course. Like everyone else, the safe laners, there's nothing. There's no safe lanes.
There's nowhere safe. Yeah.
Everyone is an offlaner now.
Like I'd get CS, but I have people just coming in. This third party jumping interference is just not helping.
Yeah, it becomes hard to farm anywhere. Even the Furin as well as, TP'd around. So while he could farm quickly.
It looks like they will get back into a reset here. Dityaroth makes his trip back to the bottom lane. We'll be side by side with Soniko to take on Yoku. A head-on-head matchup for the mid lane then, and we'll set the rotation top though. They got an early takedown of that tower. And now General is going to be pretty far forward, so when the smoke comes through, they will have his number, and they will have it pretty easily. A swift move in from No Fear, the stun follow-up, the silence.
They have so many things.
And he actually gets the time walk off, and he might make it away. He's got the self. He's good.
He actually decided to put 2 points in Boulder Smash. He has no silence on the Earth Spirit.
That's actually not very uncommon,
but that silence is still pretty good, that's...
I mean, you're going against this kind of a team, the silence is pretty nice to have, but, a lot of Earth Spirits do tend to go for the burst of damage instead.
Well, it's not actually more damage. It's the same damage as if you goes from Geomagnetic. It's just 50 damage for leveling the Boulder Smash, and it's 50 damage for leveling the Geomagnetic Grip. So the only thing is that the stun duration increases a bit, but 2.5 second silence would have killed that Void, for example.
The stun duration with the auto attack. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Yes. Yeah. You're right. You don't have to justify. No Fear he's actually being a noob here. He got the silence now. He's good.
He'll be good now to be able to get the extra bit of lockdown, but you'll see that first smoke unfortunately come up a bit short. And now they'll have to kind of get back into the grind. General, both offlaners now kind of really solidifying their stance here in the offlane. Not going to that void point yet, but you can see now a jump for Artstyle leading from No Fear. Here comes all that lockdown once again, and silence.
There are some slow attacks, but they're enough to bring him down, and they get the creeps as well. Plenty of
bottom
golds.
lane, Coil now committed for Dityaroth coming out from Yoku, but now Yoku could be in trouble going down himself, but it looks like he'll be fine. Nice little John off to the side. Can Soniko get close enough? It's only a level 1 glimpse, so I don't think he'll be able to play
If he gets the nuke on him, he has pretty good cast range, but he's just not fast enough. And no mana now. He's going to have to mango TP.
Spotted it, and glimpse. No, he can't get around the corner.
He was trying to walk around the corner, but since he TP'd in the one spot to walk through there, the pathing becomes really weird for Disruptor.
Unfortunate there for Soniko to be able to get that catch, so Yoku walks away with the takedown.
Yeah, 40 CS and also 3 kills to his name. He's doing really well on his puck.
How about for Dendy here? Second in CS, 36-12 as he starts marching down these camps. Looks like he's got a little ways to go before he can finish off the fancy ruby red shoes. He can really go on the grind.
Yeah.
I mean, the push potential is going to be there for sure for Na'Vi, but what do you say about the timings? I mean, you're committing for a Drow lineup. You know you're going to be playing with the clock quite a bit, so I wouldn't expect Virtus Pro are going to be letting up, but they found Dendy. Yep, the smoke movement coming out from both supports on Virtus Pro. may be successful here. Lead in, there's going to be silence, so Nico shows up. Gets caught with the stun, though, from FNG. Laser Burst will come through. They're going to be able to take the line down now, jumping from Yoku. Leading in the Dream Coil will help him get that finished kill on Dendy. Now they look for No Fear here, but they got G's help. He steps in, Tornado EMP. Virtus Pro are going to walk away with their heads held high as they take down 3.
They just get out. Beautiful to bring the Invoker all the way over there. And they also scout out the stack for Tinker, which he desperately needs. And dying once again before getting his travels, that's going to hurt him. He did go for the Soul Ring before travels, so trying to get, you know, some speed as farming in jungle. But if they just clear stacks, it's going to struggle. And they put some deep wards as well, so they're going to know where he is.
Cores go down from Navi's side, while the cores from Virtus Pro get a bit bulkier and richer.
Yep.
Dual jungling happening here on the side of Virtus Pro, but it's mid lane. Casual harassment of EMP, which Dendy will be able to sidestep. But they got smoke moving, jump in. The debut chrono of the game. General puts it out onto G. So Nico and Dendy both provide the burst, and they're going to be able to take that Invoker down.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Getting a kill on your first rotation is very important for heroes like Beastmaster or Void or anyone who has this level 6 timing. And now trying to push down on the mid lane as well. They have the Furin and the Enchantress, a lot of creeps. I don't think they defend this with their Invoker dead.
Navi ramping up their push game. Looks like a tier 1.
Oh, Blink on Puck though. He has ulti as well.
Yeah, they're rotating. They want to make it happen. Yoku waits. Orb flies out. Navi will sidestep it a bit, but how long? Okay, now the TPs are going to be coming in, look to make their move. No Fear looks to hustle in. Catches out Art Style, solo magnetized, and they'll just all go for the Enchantress at this point. We'll turn into a solo support takedown, and Virtus Pro will defend their tower and deny it.
Yeah, good defense there, but at the same time, Navi were farming quite a bit as well. So I think not a terrible loss for them. The deny on the tower hurts though.
It looks like Ditya is going to be going for the early mech. If he's not taken down to lose progress, it looks like he'll make it away barely back to the base. The coil was committed for that Ditya Rock kill, but
he almost died by TPing against the coil as well. The damage, of course, snaps if you TP out.
But the mech buildup, is this typical Ditya Rock or typical for what they're probably going to want to achieve with this lineup?
It's great. Push? It's great for their lineup, for sure. We see Art Style running into FNG, slows them up a little bit.
Boulder Smash will hit from No Fear just to help create a little bit of extra space for FNG to make it away to safety, and they're good. The action really doesn't slow down at all between both these teams.
Yeah, these defensive words, by the way, by Navi, they're like, we want to know if you enter a jungle.
Oh yeah,
we want to know for sure.
And Virtus Pro, their only real ability again there would be from the benefit of some smokes, but I think they already committed. Oh, they have one more in FNG, so.
Yeah, they've used smokes very aggressively this game.
I don't think they're going to stop there. They want, they're TPing to this bottom lane. I think they're going to smoke and hustle down there. They will.
Once again.
No Fear has magnetized, ready to go. They have Yoku and his coil in 3 seconds with a blink.
They want to let the Lion get his level 6, so they're going to fight without him.
Oh, they spotted out the movement from G, so they're going to drop down the Static Storm here, but they're going to quickly take down the Disruptor. Now they're going to be looking for the responses. The coil to snap. Can G make it away? No. He's going to be taken out that moment. Jumping Chrono comes out from General. He catches 2 with No Fear there on the edge.
Great Chrono.
And that means Arstal could just try to right-click him down, but Yoku looking to make it back and away. He's out, but No Fear will not be as successful. Meanwhile, Furion cuts him off at the pass. There's Yoku. Now wants to right-click him down. There's going to be the Sprout. Dodges the last right-click, but not going to be able to make it away. Navi find their own response, taking 3 names.
And that solo kill puts Ditya in such a good place. He was trying to complete his mech. Now he has 1,700 gold.
Wow.
And, you know, of course, has to buy the recipe over his mech first, but he's looking pretty good.
That helps Navi get right back into this game. Kill score going to be even. Net worth about the same as well. And Dendy, who's to travel, online, ready to go. This Tinker has just reached that new level.
And it's very easy for him to gank as well, as they have the Furion to TPN and summon the trees. It's always easy to bring reinforcements for them. And I think they need to start throwing some ganks this way of the Drow Ranger, because while she didn't have the best laning phase, she has now 78 CS. She's looking very, very farmed still.
She has been committed to this jungle farm for quite a while now. Aloha Dance knows that the grind is going to be very important. And that top lane losing that tier 1 fast. Finger burst for Dendy.
Solo kill.
Oh, DreamHack tries to come in to help out. Not going to be able to be there in time. Will get a response kill, but losing Dendi,
FNG
obviously.
is super happy to die solo there. He's like, I'm done. I got the solo kill pick off, you know, reliable golds. He's just such a good spot right there.
We'll delay Dendi a little bit from getting that next punch item, but now we see Na'Vi, who could be potentially looking to make a go themselves into VP territory here. So Nico with his Static Storm ready to go. General still needs some time, 20 seconds before the chrono's up, but they spotted Aloha Dance with the help of that tree. Ward gonna be dropped. It's on top of a Dire Sentry, but they're made their move for Aloha Dance now. Static Storm and, nice little help with the Wrath of Nature.
So they get the kill on Drow Ranger really nice, and Invoker TP'd here instead of keep split pushing bottom, so they don't get much progression. Puck.
And, well, they might now.
Solo kill there.
Just a solo finish off there from Yoku.
There's been a lot of solo kills this game, and Invoker, he's looking for more here as well.
He's running about right now, but no easy target in sight.
He's going for a recovery Midas, by the way. This is something a lot of like Wex Invokers do. Go for the face boots earn, start ganking a lot, and then go back for the Midas. I'm not against it, I think it's fine.
First Chrono catch onto G at this point. Dendi tries to help out with the missile. They're going to have the burst. Magnetize comes out from No Fear. He'll drop a stone, but that'll be the end of it. He gets taken out.
Sprout,
and
but he
now they
tangles.
want more. Aloha Dance also looking to get involved, but he will be able to make it away to safety. So.
They are wrapping around, though. Trying to catch anyone, but
no coil to work
strong
with, though, and no finger. I don't think Verse Pro are going to really have the capability of taking a responsive fight, so they'll take down that ward and hustle their way out. So that will be the end of that. The first item, real significant item pickup here for General is actually going to be just right to the Blink Dagger. So no typical early like Vlads we see on some of these more offlane utility voids.
Yeah, I mean, Vlads did get the -1 armor. Oh, bottom we see aggressive Yoku running in. FNG's there with the stun.
No TP for you, sir.
Yeah.
FNG helps shut that one down, and they pick up a nice potent kill on the DreamHack Furion.
Yeah, they also didn't have enough HP on the Tinker yet to TP in there. He was regenning. And he's saving up for a Blink Dagger of his own, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's when we're going to see him really go. Aloha Dance been caught it out with Static Storm, and those rockets continue to fly. Aloha Dance will be taken down with the help of the Thunderstorm there at the end. Will they get the response on the Soniko? Yes, they will. 1-for-1 trade, but one that
Dendi just used 4 rearms only to throw out 5 rockets in a row there. That was pretty funny to watch. That's something you might see later on when you have Aghanims, but he just found a nice little spot where he could help.
Mid lane, Tornado, EMP. Artsel going to be stuck with little mana, but he's already got the Untouchable, and
he's so fast.
Wisps out, he's gone.
Yeah, without a puck ulti or something to catch him, he should be fine.
General, he just casually walking in.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have anything to do here.
Not yet.
But he's just, you know, pretending like he has his ulti ready, I suppose. That works. The enemy team are scared of him. They actually back down and
walks forward, banging his chest.
Yep, that's pretty much. Where are you at, enemy?
Well, Virtus Pro do step back. They got another smoke ready to go. No Fear will pick up this one, and we'll have to see. They're going to be looking to get proactive. Any chance they have that coil up and at the ready, Magnetize ready to go, it looks like they're anxious to take a fight.
I think they need to, because right now Na'Vi are just getting so much money from their Tinker and Furion across the map. But they have been getting a lot of good solo kills with the Puck. I mean, he's 8, 2, and 3. Yoku.
Yeah, an off-lane Puck, something we don't see very often.
Yeah,
really making it work this game.
It was a great laning phase for him.
And something that I feel like maybe some drafters would be nervous about going back to again. Like, I feel like Puck's good here, but do we want to do Puck off lane again, you know?
Well, it's just about the Drow, though. Like, it actually changes everything. It makes your last thing easier, your laning easier, and just increases kill potential. So good.
And now they use that smoke. They head towards the bottom lane. Na'Vi are here for the most part. You know, so Nico's still hanging nearby.
They have to be careful with Void here.
Okay. They move in. They're not going to catch General with the Tornado. He turns around himself, pulls out the Chrono, and now Dendi begins to go to work. DreamHack also on the outside. They're looking to go for the burst. Are they going to be able to get it here? They will take down Disruptor. The lasers fly. March going to be dropped down, and Virtus Pro trying their damnedest to make it out from trouble, but they are going to get down the Drow Ranger.
Big picks there, and you know, with Tinker TPing back to heal up as well, he's going to be pushing out all the lanes, and when you lose heroes like this, it's going to be hard to hold against the pressure of Furion and Tinker on the same team.
Aloha Dance and his Drow Ranger, 0 and 4 already this game.
I mean,
Waga.
he had a very hard laning phase, tried to recover in jungle, but there's just so much aggression going on. Hard to play Drow in a game like this, where there's 17 for 16, 18 minutes in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And at this point, you know, it's funny because Na'Vi are just ramping up the aggression a lot, even into a Drow lineup. I mean, if they kind of bring the Drow down to a low before they can even reach their prime, Na'Vi will be at a point where they're just already so far up and ahead. They have heroes that seem to just scale very nice, and if Virtus.pro are not winning now, it's going to be that much harder for them to make any sort of comeback. It's just like Na'Vi would have been fine if things were kind of breaking even, I feel, but
yeah, I think so. And this is the thing about picking Drow lineups, you always need to be ahead to do something. Like, you need to take towers, you need to snowball, and they took one tier 1 tower.
That's it.
But how are you going to be able to push against Wrath of Nature and the March of Machines everywhere? You need to kill them. You need to just be there, kill the enemy, and then push.
And you think they have a really good lineup of being able to do so. Great catch, great gap closing between the Puck and the Earth Spirit. You know, you had that, you know, I was going to say Global Presence of the Invoker, but that's right. It was a Quas X or a Quas Wex, so...
I feel that the Puck and the Invoker play very much the same role right now, though.
Yeah.
Like, they run around looking for kills in a very similar manner.
It's just, do you feel like no one's really bringing the hard-hitting damage for Virtus.pro?
I'm not sure. They're all contributing by the Drow, but I just feel that having too similar of a hero might be bad in some scenarios. I don't know how else to phrase it, and it is going to be an Ether Lens, by the way, right after the Blink Dagger.
Nice.
On Tinker. He almost has it completed, and that's such a good item because you can get a lot more lasers off in a team fight, and that makes a massive difference. You can laser from a safe distance, and then just blink back, and your Blink Dagger having longer range is actually nice sometimes as well as a Tinker.
Now, G is actually hustling to find Dendy, and he actually is right next to where Dendy blinks out, but...
Yeah, but then he's staying in the trees. Not so easy to find him if you can't see him. Knows roughly whereabouts he is, but you can't really solo kill him as well. Need help.
Nice little deny there from FNG, but that's them losing another tower and another lane. And Na'Vi are not going to be letting up the pressure one bit, Waga. Mid lane now, they want to take this tier 2.
Yeah, and while VP are trying to go for a trade, they're just so far behind. Yeah. And Tinker could even just TP back and throw some marches, and that push is going to be averted. I think they need to find a way to break Na'Vi's momentum here and find more kills. They had a lot of good rotations by the Puck, but they haven't really found anything more recently. Na'Vi are taking control. Well, Na'Vi are 5-manning a lot, though, so they fall behind a little bit in experience when that happens.
I was going to say, what would be a good comeback factor here for Virtus.pro? They actually are going to be posturing in a good high ground position.
This could be it.
Path, insta silence for Soniko, insta burst, magnetize, and that will take out the disruptor. But now the response.
What a Chrono!
Man, Chrono, help with the Wrath of Nature coming through. Dendy steps in, gets the laser off, drops down the march, and now Virtus.pro look to retreat. But they're going to get the next burst. Again, the Drow going to be taken down in this one. Na'Vi very satisfied with that, but they're looking for more. Yoku tries to shift away from the trouble, blinks out. Meanwhile, Artstyle up on his own, trying to get the catch for G here, but now he's going to get trapped between 3. No fear trying to whack him with the bat. That's not going to be easy.
Yeah, it's very difficult to bring down. And here comes the TP as well. Tinker's there.
In, side blink, and here comes the rockets and the lasers.
And the march, the everything.
The science, the technology, it's coming from Na'Vi. And G goes down. Artstyle dominating on his Enchantress, and
I mean, they just have great draft for the Tinker to get really active. The Chrono helps because that 3-man Chrono was really massive for them. Yep. But from there on, it's just so many things he can TP to between the Enchantress and the Furion, and the fights never really stop for him.
And it's just not any easier. I mean, anytime Virtus.pro are losing their precious cores, like the Drow and Invoker off the map, Na'Vi just quickly take advantage, hopping around, keeping these lanes pushed forward.
And this is Na'Vi picking up the full Aghanim on Enchantress now, along with the Dragonlance. He is going to be online with the super long range, making it hard for Drow, who normally is the long range hitter in the team, but she's going to find herself outmatched in this one.
Yeah, you know, I mean, typically it doesn't look like Na'Vi have any sort of huge gap closers. Yeah, they have a Void who could jump and just kind of Chrono up the Drow,
Void,
yeah, it's good, but it's like I don't know. It just feels like that they're able to get the catches so easily. It's almost as if Virtus.pro just kind of fall into their lap at times.
Yeah, I think Virtus.pro losing the last game, you know, Na'Vi are coming in with momentum here. They're just playing a lot better than they did in game 1. Obviously, they put themselves in a hard spot draft-wise game 1, but, you know, they played.
Does look like General is going to be going for the defusal. Build up here on his Faceless Void. Plenty to purge off, and obviously adds a bit of damage potential there for General. And Na'Vi now in the bottom lane. DRaw shows up, pulls out his Fern Gully army, and they're going to go for the final outer tower here for Virtus.pro before they begin to go to the high ground here. Not before FNG will be able to get rid of that high ground vision ward that Na'Vi just planted. I don't think your microphone's working anymore, Waga, unfortunately.
I can
Oh, you're good. I heard you now. But Na'Vi still hanging around. EMP right in the middle, which Na'Vi will sidestep. And Denny's looking to make his return.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And that's where Virtus.pro are just got to be forced back. He's going to lay down these marches, and Virtus.pro are like, I mean, I guess we can't do anything about it. Let's just go elsewhere.
Dire's bottom tower.
Waga says they were not elsewhere farming fast enough. I'll just translate your...
Please.
Oh, it's, there you go. You gotta wiggle the cable, I guess. Make sure it's plugged in all the way.
No, what?
It's like you're coming in and out. All right, and at this point, Na'Vi will back after taking down that tier 2 and go for the Roche.
Test.
There you
Oh,
are.
wow.
Hello,
Beautiful.
my friend. Welcome back.
I can speak.
Don't move anymore.
I will sit very still. We're good.
But now, as Na'Vi were heading into the pit to kind of make a go for the Roche, they anticipated the hustle from Virtus.pro, plus they have that high ground ward right by the Roche pit,
Yeah.
and do not want to be intercepted in any way. Looks like they'll just have to save that for a future project, or not. Na'Vi actually up to some new business here. Smoke. Oh, they're going to go and flank. Beautiful Chrono setup from General. Right on top of Aloha Dance and FNG, and now the follow-up's going to be coming here from the former rockets and missiles and lasers. Bill Nyworth coming out from Dendy's. He gets a killing spree, and they're only going to be able to take out FNG, but the rest of Virtus.pro are just going to hustle their way back. Your Raw TP's in to look to intercept them.
Oh, he gets
And
caught
a
out as
beautiful
well.
glimpse back. Aloha Dance going to be going down again. 0-6 for him, a very difficult Drow game, and Virtus.pro are now stuck back on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, VP, they have a hard time leaving their base right now. They're just going to have to try and defend here and there. Oh, maybe a nice prediction here by G, though, moving up to try and find Dendy.
Oh,
He almost had him
He gets
ready
there,
there.
he blinks
Get the
away.
cold
The
snap.
second he gets there, he TP's out.
I mean, it's kind of awkward for him having the Alacrity and Ghostwalk at the same time. Like, if he had maybe Ghostwalk and Tornado or Ghostwalk Cold Snap, he could
Dire's
catch.
top
But,
tower is under attack.
oh well, he gets out safely. Dendy playing on the edge. And Dendy is looking so farmed now as well. He has the ultimate orb, 2.7k gold. This is not looking great.
Yeah, his net worth continues to really climb here. You're also just behind him. He's been picking up the pipe to make sure that any sort of output of damage from Virtus.pro is going to be quickly nullified. So this is difficult here. I mean, Virtus.pro smoke up and move out. Would you consider this one of those do or die smokes, Waga? Is it already that point? Or do you
We're
think
pretty
that's-
much at that point. I mean, I'm not saying that the game would be over if they don't get a kill, but they really need to start finding something, because Na'Vi have been in control for the last 15 minutes, and not by a little bit. They've been clearly controlling the game.
You look at the net worth, I'll reassure you, Yoku is not their one position anymore.
Yeah.
He is their highest farmer. He was their highest farmer on the team. G's been able to slightly edge ahead, but
That's the downside, because he's at a position where, yes, he's ahead of the Void still, but when Void and Enchantress start catching up to you and you're a Drow, if they jump your face, I mean, what do you actually do? And the
pray.
Void, yeah, the Void now with his Diffusal Blade as well, he can get rid of any silence. I mean, it's just, it's a hard game for Drow, position-wise.
yeah, we'll have to see. High ground defense could be in order sooner than later here for Virtus.pro if Na'Vi have any sort of says.
Oh, FNG, he's right next to where Ditya TP'd in.
Is he going to be able to get
He's
the catch
hiding.
here? A move in as General jumps for no fear.
Oh, he runs in.
Now they make their move in. There's the silence. They try to defuse and purge it off right now, and there's a secondary silence follow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Magnetized, but the pipe has also been popped, but it's still heavy burst for Ditya. He will be going down. G's going to be able to grab up that run right now. Aloha Dance goes from 0 kills to securing a double in this fight. Dendy, though, gets his own double and takes down that Aloha Dance just right as he's trying to hit his stride.
I mean, that fight is really good for VP, and I'm going to hand it to Lion for just standing there. FNG was so patient, standing behind the enemy team, and he goes in and just, you know, has his ulti ready for the Void, who gets brought down in surprise. 2-man impale as well. It was a really good fight for them. Even though they lose the Drow, that's worth.
Yeah, good patience from Virtus.pro does kind of put a hinder in the Na'Vi game plan, but you know, still frustration for Virtus.pro and in the form of this Tinker, top lane being pushed in.
Yep.
All lanes being pushed in.
He has so much farm now on Tinker as well. It's going to be even harder taking fights or getting out of your base. The more items he adds.
We'll have to see here. In Virtus.pro, it was a do-or-die situation. They live for a bit. Midas recovery here for G has got him up to about a 3,300 gold boost, Waga. I know you got to, at this point in the game, maybe consider reserving a bit of it for your buyback, but...
I think...
Or does he need to splurge and get some his next big item?
Could actually be one of those games where you just go into the Bloodthorn, actually. I don't know. He could go Aghanims just to give him some more burst and higher level abilities, but I actually think Bloodthorn could be strong here. Because there's not any hero who wants to buy BKB on the side of Na'Vi. And sure, they could diffusal off the Bloodthorn. But that's pretty much it.
And now Na'Vi are kind of hanging around the Roche pit here.
Oh, he goes
to jump
BKB.
in. They have an okay Roche lineup, but not the best from Na'Vi. They know they have time to do it, I feel. Like,
yeah, they need to
Tinker can't do much
get allowed to do it forever. Well, Dendy's trying. Like, march.
Like, I'm just going to march all over Roche and laser him down and hope to God that
laser
works.
you to death.
But even now, I mean, they will be scouted out. It's taken a bit of effort here. Virtus.pro have plenty of time to game plan this one.
They do, yeah.
They have
great heroes.
Yeah, they have good choke point fighting between the Puck and Earth Spirit. They do a lot.
Invoker as well. Yeah, they can really just get in there. They don't have any mobility item for a Lion, though. So he has to take the long way walking in when it happens. That's going to be a hard part. And General is just standing here with the Invis rune.
Roche now finally just past halfway of its life. It's a long
It's a slow Roshan.
Yeah, but I mean, good positioning for General. He'll make his jump. He catches two, including Aloha Dance here. Denny on the low ground, though. Hit up with a nice EMP from G. Going to force him back and away as Arcel looks to sweep in for the follow-up damage. Isolating G, making him make his move. They are going to get Nendy down, but they already lose Aloha Dance, and they'll be losing FNG. Magnetize begins to fly, and
they're just falling. I mean, it's so sad to be an underfarmed Drow. He got killed by the Void jumping him, sure, but there was just pretty much nothing apart from just the Disruptor ulti and Void.
What a glimpse catch there on Yoku. Brings him all the way back and past Na'Vi here. He'll try to avoid it. Everything he can.
Yeah, it is a pretty hard hero to bring down, though.
And now G shows up. G's dead.
Yeah.
Did he buy back? I thought he died
No,
the
he
first
never
time.
died.
Oh, he did never die. Okay.
Yeah,
He
but
almost died. It ran away, came back, and, well, he died in round 2.
yeah, they're actually spending so much time chasing this Puck, though. I don't like it from Na'Vi. They should just ignore him. This Puck is a troll. He's like an internet troll right now.
Well, I guess they're doing it for the memes then. At this point.
Probably. I mean, it's a Yule's Blink Puck. You're not catching
time dilation, but
time dilation, but he has Yule's at his disposal if he wants to. I think they could just have taken Roche, actually.
No, not the chance. And FNG will be over there to kind of get rid of that vision, and Na'Vi are going to have to take their business elsewhere in the meantime.
Yeah, that was great, though. Yoku creating a lot of space for his team. So, bottom here, FNG trying to go for some deep wards, preparing for Roche, but he got scouted and jumped. Dendy's there. He has the Hex.
Turns back, tries to stun him. He's looking to make a run.
He's running into the march. It hurts. Is he going for a reharm chase?
He's like, I'm just going to sit here.
Oh,
please,
that's the
God,
spot.
don't see me.
Oh!
He
FNG.
is fine.
He's so sneaky.
I was like, he's got to be this way, right? No, he's gone by now.
This is the second time this game that he just sits right next to some enemy hero. Last time it was the Furion TPing in next to him.
Now he could see that trouble's really next to him.
Oh no, he doesn't have a TP. He's still there.
Hi.
No.
Oh, God. He's like, I'm just going to go out like a man. Boom, gets killed. The team was on the way, but not close enough.
He had to wait for cavalry.
But there's not enough time, and now look at this. Na'Vi looking to make their sweep. Aloha Dance again could be caught out. Tries to Manta out from the trouble. The laser, the long illusion, but they will be able to hex him down. Meanwhile, General makes his jump, gets G caught inside the chrono. Aloha Dance going to be able to make it away on the back of a TP, but they've lost G already, and they're about to lose more. Is No Fear. He's going to be right-click down. That puts a gem on the deck.
Oh no.
And now Na'Vi
VP are not in a position where they can afford to lose a gem as well. They're just too far behind in farm. That hurts.
Oh, but they didn't take it. Yoku actually swept him from behind and just picked the gem back.
Wow, okay.
All right.
They didn't see it, I guess.
Na'Vi happy to take a couple of picks, which will give them another chance to make a go for the Rosh, it looks like, but it's still going to take a little bit of effort.
Still not the fastest Roshan we've ever seen.
They'll go for another hour.
Yeah.
And you know what? I mean, watch Yoku make a snag. After the whole thing is over, he jumps in,
like,
snags the Aegis. I would just...
Thank you.
That would just be a wonderful treat, but...
He's not going for it. It's not going for the play.
Looks
Tinker
like
is here
Na'Vi
with the
will,
lasers to bring him down.
Yeah, they just really don't have a good Rosh lineup, but they will eventually get it. Tandy will take it.
Yeah, now he can play more aggressive with the Blink Hex as well, so he can really go into those team fights more confidently. So, pretty great Aegis carrier, actually. I think Void would have been fine too, though, because he has been brought down in quite a few of these fights. He doesn't have any HP in his item build.
The one positive was, Drow was able to make it away with her life, benefiting from her Manta already. Looks like she's got the hammer, looking to build up for a BKB. And we'll have to see if it's going to be enough of a defensive tool to keep Aloha Dance a bit more alive in these potential skirmishes. But with so much bursting potential coming out, and you still have to worry about the art style, pure damage Enchantress.
Yep.
Which he has been just locked on any chance he can get to.
Yeah, I mean, we saw this last game with the Moon Shard now as well. So the damage is very much there, and it comes from everyone, right? Na'Vi just have the same kind of thing going for them as they had last game.
Yep.
There's Tinker with tons of damage. There's Void bringing damage with the Diffusal. The Furion is right-clicking hard, and Enchantress with a Moon Shard and Axe. I don't know.
Oh, smoke movement. They spot out G. And
Same
that
thing as
Chrono
last
will be
fight.
the kill, and G is out for over a minute. He will not be able to play in this game unless a buyback comes his way.
Wow, aggressive play by Disruptor here.
They move right in. They're going to catch Aloha Dance back, eating a lot of damage, and they're going to be able to burst him down. Double kill for Dendi, and both those cores are now out, Waga. No buyback for them.
Yeah, aggressive plays rewarded, and he actually walks out safely with the Disruptor. That's what surprises me the most, I think. I like the fact that he rebought, raindrops. He just tasked them. Oh god, Dendi bursting down F&G.
Response from Yoku to drop down the coil to prevent them from making any sort of further advancement, but the damage may have already been done here from Na'Vi. As you see, the benefit of that Moon Shard art style, just Olympic javelins to fly out, boom, 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 and he's going to get a double kill. Godlike for him. Na'Vi step back. They're looking to clear out these racks here. We could see the towel thrown in from Virtus Pro.
Yeah, I think this is about it. I think Na'Vi have done it, actually.
And that will put them into the lower bracket. It is double elimination after all, but Na'Vi, after their first game loss, a good 2-game recovery as they take their second set of racks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even feel that we're calling it early here. This is double racks. When you have a Drow lineup, you're not made to play against being raxed early.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
They're gonna, of course, battle it out because you do not want to go down in the lower bracket for free. So they're gonna try their very hardest. Win the BKB.
Then he's back in.
Boy.
He will get silenced up. Have to reposition, but they're going to take G down again, Waga. He's out for good.
Yeah, that's it.
This is it.
Call the medic.
Dire's middle tower.
Call the game. That will do it. Man, gotta give...
Na'Vi went from, first game not being able to play at all, really, like they didn't have a strat that they could make something happen with. Game 2 having a really even game, I feel. In game 3 taking it in a predominant fashion.
For them to be able to go against a Drow lineup and only allow them to take one Tier 1 tower the whole game,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, I mean, Furion and Tinker work great against that, and even Void to an extent, because he's a dangerous hero to push into. Someone's gonna get caught and bursted with the Tinker burst as well. It's just very hard for him to go.
Now, as mentioned, this will not be the end of the road for Virtus Pro. This is a double elimination bracket, so they will be slated to go down, and I believe playing in the 4th series, they'll go against No Diggity
But
there.
that also means that they have to stick around until the end of the day and play that game. Talking to No Diggity earlier, they were like, oh man, we got to play first game of the day and the last game. That's harsh.
Yeah.
So they definitely got the sad end there, losing against OG.
But for Na'Vi now, they get no break.
Yeah,
No break. They
No
gotta
break
go,
at all.
and they get to face off against OG.
Sometimes that's good though, because they just won 2 games in a row in a series here, and you need some momentum in Dota. I mean, when you get a win, you can really power off that. So
Yeah.
going against OG, they need all the confidence they can have. They have been dominating in the group stage here in DreamLeague, but that was a while ago. It was, you know, different patch, different everything. But now we look like if they play at their best, I definitely think they can take OG down. But OG, at the same time as they lost 1 game to No Diggity, I think they have a higher level.
All right, fair enough. I could agree with you on that assessment. We'll have to see if the panel agree with you, though. What we'll do now is we'll throw it over their way for an